Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. So what a difference a year makes. Next Tuesday, it will be exactly a year since Reform UK held a press conference. It was billed as an emergency announcement, and Nigel announced that he was returning to frontline politics, coming out of retirement. He was going to take over as leader of Reform UK, and he announced his candidacy to be the next MP for Clacton-on-Sea. Now, at the time, Reform was polling at about 10%, had about 30,000 fully paid up members. It had 0 members at Parliament, and it had about 9 councillors. Fast forward to today, Reform's membership has grown 8-fold. We're polling north of 30% in the average of the polls. We have 5 outstanding MPs and 700 councillors. What a difference a year makes. And make no mistake, this is the greatest political acceleration in British history. And we're just getting started. You know, we are so grateful to everybody who has helped make this happen. The awesome candidates, some of whom won, some of whom didn't, but people who were brave enough, courageous enough to stick their heads above the parapet during an hour of need for their country, to all of our volunteers and grassroots supporters who worked so incredibly hard. I saw how hard they worked to help us win those elections. And of course, our members and every single person who voted for Reform on May the 1st. And for those who are hoping, in some cases praying, that this surge is simply a flash in the pan, the bad news for them is it's built upon extremely solid foundations. We've been working really hard to build enduring infrastructure. The election-winning machine that we promised to build starting last summer just defeated the heavy artillery of Labour in one of their safest seats while simultaneously fighting 1,600 council seats and a multitude of mayoral races across the country. And that machine will be twice as strong next year. So, this is a dark time, no doubt, for our country. There are many people who, frankly, felt pretty hopeless, that no matter whom you voted for, the red team or the dark blue team, you basically got the same thing. What's clear now is that there is, really for the first time in about a century, a real viable alternative. The stranglehold the two old parties have had on British politics is decisively over. And now there is hope, therefore. There is hope for the people of Britain, for millions across the country, that there can once again be common sense, competence, and patriotism brought back to Westminster. And the political class, who certainly for my lifetime have failed in their most basic, fundamental duty, which is to put the interests of the citizens of the United Kingdom first, are facing a reckoning. Now, that hope is in no small part due to an extraordinary man, the most impressive, effective, and consequential British politician of our lifetime. I'm proud to introduce him. He is the Member of Parliament for Clacton-on-Sea. He is the leader of Reform UK, and he's the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nigel Farage.